How many times have you heard people talk about an emotional burnout? I imagine many times, especially in the middle of COVID. Most probably 6 out of 10 of your employees are facing it right now. That's a really frightening statistics, isn't it? I'm one of those statistics, and this is my story. It's probably strange to hear this from an activator, a fast-forward program participant, a Red Talk speaker, and generally very cheerful and positive person, but for me, the new reality was a never-ending routine and tough project timelines. I was finishing work at 4 a.m. and still didn't have enough time to manage with deadlines. I'd get just one short, technical break during the whole day, and then I was back at it. And the next day it just repeated itself. Last year I began to feel like I was a hamster running in a wheel, only the wheel was getting bigger and I couldn't get off. I didn't eat enough, I didn't sleep enough, but my inborn strength, or was it stubbornness, stopped me from listening to my body and the signals it was giving me. I just took on more and more, until I ended up in the hospital. I won't go into the details, but I lost my vision. When this happened, I couldn't even see to unlock my phone and call an ambulance. I'm not an alarmist, but it's very scary without vision, and without any logical focus from doctors about my recovery time. Of course, I was diagnosed, but it took time to understand the cause of the disease. Why me? Why at that moment? When will it end? A huge number of questions in total darkness. It turned out that the cause of the sickness was mostly psychosomatic, together with background stress, high overloading, and a lack of self-care. My body was trying to take a break somehow. Do you think that scare made me change my ways when I left hospital? Nope. The tasks didn't go away, and the projects were getting out of hand. Just imagine a person who simply doesn't have the strength to get out of bed in the morning without tears and who's desperately unhappy. Well, that was me. Grey, joyless ghost. After 6 weeks like this, I realized that this was no longer possible. The burnout became a catalyst for me to change. The World Health Organization has recently recognized professional burnout syndrome as a disease and included it in the international classification. It turned out that burnout should be healed the same way as any disease. Kind of 3-part pill, Professional help, support, and daily exercises. The first step: to get professional help. I went to a psychologist, can you imagine? A person who generally used to keep all her problems to herself went to a psychologist with total distrust and fear. He asked me a huge number of questions, getting to the bottom of things that baffled me and kept me up at night. I was trying to manage with all these new thoughts, and of course, the best time for thoughts is that particular moment when your head just touches the pillow. But it got easier. The second step: to get support. Our families always help us to go through all the trials that life can offer. And thanks God, I have my sister who supports me in every step. But what should we do if the stress is closely related to job? Who amongst you would feel comfortable telling your boss something like, "I can't do my job"? I went to my manager and confessed that I was not coping, that I needed to change something. And you know what? She didn't say she was disappointed or that I was a kind of loser senior buyer and it was time to fire me. She supported me, humanly supported and helped. and with her help, I came to the third step. The third step is like giving yourself a vitamin boost by making time for yourself. Activities which aren't connected to your job, but help you be happy every day. For me, it's walking with my dog, writing articles, or just swimming in the pool. Yes, corny, but it really works. So, what about you? To be honest, my journey isn't over yet. So, why did I tell you all this story? Not for sadness or make you worry about buyers being overloaded in Russia, no. Anyone can face a similar situation. Burnout is very difficult to diagnose, but it's even scarier to ask for help. So please, every day, remember to take care of yourself, take care of your teams, and watch out for the hamster who seems to be constantly running but getting absolutely nowhere.